Just Freddie Kitchens, I'm sorry. He's not somebody fit, I don't think, to lead an NFL team. That's my opinion, just watching him. Did you see his face after Baker Mayfield? Did you see that shovel pass that got intercepted by the Patriots?
Yeah.
Did you see Freddie Kitchens' face?
Yeah.
He looked like he just got a wedgie. I mean, he's just like, "Bah, bah."
Yeah, he's an ugly dude too.
Yeah. Well, we can't be all as beautiful as Brad, my co-host, and get paid, right?
Brad's a beautiful man.
He's a beautiful man, but it's interesting, once you can be beautiful when you're 37, 38 years old, then you get to 47, 48 and you're holding it together. And then you get to 57, 58, you're not beautiful anymore. So what do you got? No. You gotta have the Quan as
the Quan.
What's the character's name in that movie?
What's his name?
I can't even remember the movie name.
Well, it's
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire.
Cuba Gooding Jr. played. I don't know, the Quan.
Yeah, I forget his name. Baby. Some hotshot name.
Yeah. Rod Tidwell.
Yeah,
Rod Tidwell. I got there.
There's
really no shortage of useless information that I've compiled in my brain. I am deadly in those trivia contests, especially when it comes to music and Motown. I almost won. True story. I was on a cruise 8 years ago, and we went to trivia night every night. A group of 6 of us, all of our friends that went, and Baseball Lama was with me on that cruise with his ex-wife at that point. She wasn't his ex-wife then, but anyway, we were on the cruise. We go to trivia, and we're just dominating trivia. Well, we get to Motown trivia, and it's packed. Like, everybody on the boat is there, and we go, and nobody, of course, knows anything other than me. And so I'm doing the thing. My group was just like, we don't know anything. We're going to leave. I say, well, no, I'm still in the running. I lost by 2 points by myself to everybody else in the boat, and everybody else is cheating. Motown.
Well,
baby.
that's where you and I met. Actually, was
Baseball Lama's Bar Mitzvah, right?
And you won the trivia. You were racking up. I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. No, it's funniest story, Sam. So I'm starting these videos. I haven't aired them yet for YouTube, but in preparation, because Eric, the Baseball Llama, and I are writing our fantasy baseball book. We're starting that. We're already going for the 2020. And so as we finish this, we're trying to have it out for Black Friday and all that stuff. So we're hoping to publish within the month of November. We're way behind, especially me. But Eric's cranked through. I think he's got 2 divisions done out of the 6, and I got 0 done. So we'll clean it up though. But so I started. I bought this box of after we talked about this, the Jack of all trades show. So after that, with that Billy Ripken expletive card, I was like, man, I'm going to try to find one of those. So it's the 1989 Fleer box set. So I bought a box of 1989 Fleer unopened box of these wax cards, and I have a 5-episode series. I recorded it the other day, and it's I don't know what I'm going to call it, but it's really, I'm trying to find that Billy Ripken card. And I'm opening packs, and I'm making fun of all the players. I think it's kind of funny. And
that is cool.
And spoiler alert, so I was talking with Chris at Underdog, because he and I are talking about doing other shows. I told him about that. He's like, oh man, that sounds fun. So Chris and I, after the NFL season, we're going to do basically a series where we do that. We're going to open cards. We're going to give cards away to the audience and everything. People support and all that. We're going to have kind of a healthy competition. Whoever's cards end up being worth more, we'll either do something for charity or, we'll do something cool. Unless they're really expensive, and then we'll pocket the money. But right. So I was doing this, and I was running through some of my old cards because my brother gave me some cards. I found a John Elway rookie card in my brother's old cards. So, he's got a lot of good stuff, like a bunch of Walter Payton and Mike Singletary, rookie cards and stuff. He's got I was telling my wife as I was going through and looking at the values, I think I have $100,000 of cards in this, this little thing. I mean, that's not how it's going to work out, but it's
right.
Holy crap. So now I'm going to go through that and start all these series. Well, I was going through the cards, and I just started thinking, Sam, about that time that we met at the Bar Mitzvah, and that DJ was doing trivia and giving out packs of cards, and I dominated.
You did, man. You did, and I had never met you before because we went to the same middle school.
Right.
But in middle school, it was.
You're basically hanging out with your elementary school friends anyway. In middle school.
It's middle class segregation, man. You're on this side of, and our middle school was a triangle. So
right.
literally, if you were not in the same team, or I think they were called teams.
The
then,
the
right?
cluster
Like,
classes, right? But team.
Yeah. Like you just
Never
didn't
met
really
anybody
see
else.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and somehow I had a class with Baseball Lama, and I know you and him like played baseball together.
Yeah, we were tight. Yeah.
And I secured an invite to the Bar Mitzvah. I wore the ugliest.
Me too.
Ugliest.
That's the thing is, like, my mom would go out and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, I got you a shirt for this thing," and you'd come home, and you're just like, "What in the hell? Like, who vomited on this fabric?" And it's like somebody like basically shotgunned 15 Oreo milkshakes and then threw up on a shirt, and that's what I wore to Eric's Bar Mitzvah.
Yeah, mine looks just like a terrible rug. Like, and it's like I have like these dark navy pants on and this horrible striped shirt. It's awful. It's awful. And then I remember like, I was like up there trying to like, all right, well, let me try to win some stuff, because I'm not going to dance.
Right.
I had already eaten whatever food was there. And I was like, man, who's this guy? And I think we ended up talking, like striking up a convo. And then
you're probably like, can you take it easy in the trivia?
Yeah, I was like,
give somebody else a shot.
What are you, Rain Man?
It's probably what you said. I wish we could take a time machine and just go back and like be invisible and be a fly on that wall and watch our communications and all that. That would have been something.
I know, man.
And then like I would go tail you and then listen to you complain about everybody. Didn't you like disappear with an uncle like drinking wine or something by the end of the night?
Yeah,
was that you?
Yeah, it was a bad night. I don't remember what exactly happened.
You dropped it.
I don't know if he touched me. I'm not really sure what happened.
Oh, goodness gracious. But you're a Michael Jackson fan.
I mean, that sounds bad. I disappeared with an uncle.
I know. As I was saying it, I was like, that's not gonna.
I don't think that happened, but I remember. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I blocked it out.
It might have been somebody else. It might have been like one of our other friends or something like that. Somebody,
I don't know.
When I say all
I really remember from that bar mitzvah was you dominating the cards. So.
I know. I still have that whole set as I was running through them, and I was looking to see if they were worth anything, and they're worth jack. They're worth jack. Oh well, they couldn't have given me those 1989 Fleers though. But anyway, so we'll have that series. I think it'll be interesting. I think
that is cool. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, you can get in on the action too. I mean, the idea is that we try to just buy these old sets from the 70s and the 80s and just see what comes back. And I'll tell you, a lot of the fun for me is reading the names and making fun of the names and making fun of the looks on the players. I mean, just like some of these guys. Oh yeah. But I didn't really have the right equipment for it. I've seen some other kind of similar channels, and they have like nice setups, and they do a split screen, and they hold up this card, and so we'll do that. We'll have everything set up, and we'll decide. Chris and I will decide what what box that we buy or what boxes that we buy. Probably something inexpensive to start with because we're not really bringing any money on the YouTube channel yet. But as that show grows, I mean, we'll give away the cards. Like what the hell? Like I have like spoiler alert, but I got like a Craig Biggio rookie card. I think I got a John Smoltz rookie card out of that. I mean, they're not. It's 1989 Fleer. It's not like that's like crazy good, but that's a $20 to $50 card here and there. Like we'll give them away if people want them. What the hell do I care? I'm not gonna go to the effort to sell that thing. You're
not gonna go to your local.
Card shop,
big league, and
all those card stores now have turned into signed memorabilia shops. So it's all baseball bats and balls that are signed, and I never even know if they're real or not.
Well, that and they're not. A lot of that stuff, they like all the jerseys and stuff aren't like real. They're just like printed jerseys on like. They have no kind of like markings or logos. They're just printing stuff on like a kind of like a fake jersey and then just running them through a mill basically. So it might actually be authenticated, but like it's not even authentic jersey. It's like just a bootleg jersey with an autograph on it. Just that's a whole weird like market.
So like on the YouTube channel and everything, I usually don't wear any like team hats or anything like that because I'm not me, Sam. I'm not biased about anything. I was talking about the Redskins earlier. I don't give a crap about the Redskins at all. Dan Snyder has ruined them for me. But I grew up being a Cal Ripken Jr. Fanatic. I mean, he was like an idol of mine when he was younger.
Right.
And so I went and I dug at the bottom of my giveaway pile of clothes. I still had had a Cal Ripken Jr. like really nice, authentic, sewn jersey, like a really nice one. So I pulled that on. My Orioles hat, I had them back up, and I figured nobody cares about the Orioles because they're pathetic. So like, I'm not. It's not like anybody's gonna be like, oh yeah, you hate the Yankees because nobody cares. They're so bad that there's just no allegiance that goes there. And I can't even take any joy by the way of the Nationals. Congratulations to them winning the World Series. So the Washington has had the Capitals and the Nationals win titles in the last couple of years. So good for Washington. The only team from Washington I ever cared about was the Redskins, and they ain't winning a title anytime soon. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting like some old throwback jerseys for one of these shows and stuff, just to. Like, I love that Marlins white jersey with the teal, like the pinstripes and all that. I love that. I love the teal jersey with, I think, white pinstripes. I like those things. So I might go find some things. Get
you a Jeff Conine throwback Marlins.
Levon Hernandez.
Yeah,
Dontrell Willis. No, Conine's an OG, man. Conine, I believe, was in the inaugural team there.
He was. I used to fall asleep listening to that team on the radio.
That was an interesting
It was like
squad.
One of the teams that we got to.
And Edgar Renteria, I don't believe he was, but I know he was on the World Series team.
I remember his name a lot. Yeah. So, but I listened to them for years. Yeah. It was weird. I used to like listen to the games like when I would go to sleep, and I would like wake up like with the osmosis, and I would like know like who batted what and everything. It was just like really strange, You should have
asked to play me in trivia the next day about the previous box score.
Yeah, well, all I knew was either the Braves or the Marlins because we used to get like those were like the two things that we would get because these
are the days before the Tampa Rays. So
there's like Miami and Atlanta was like the closest thing to Florida like that we would get, and
Baseball Alum is a huge Atlanta fan. He can tell you everything. That's why he's so great at the Baseball Almanac, man, because just knows everything about freaking baseball, period. He's fantastic. We had so many readers win their titles last year. It's crazy.
Well, he's the man.
He is the man. I got to say, he's better with baseball than I am at football. Now, daily fantasy and betting, I would say I would trump him, but he's like, dude, he's really good at that stuff. So
yeah, he knows the farm system.
Yeah, the farm, and that's so key in baseball. He knows all the rookies, and he can tell you to pick them up like a month before everybody else tells you. But even before publications, like he had a couple of rookies this year, and I was rebuilding my team. He had a couple of rookies this year that weren't even on articles yet, and then sure enough, a month later, they're hitting like 500 and freaking home run every other game. It's just like I don't know how he does it, but. I guess that's all he does, like, in terms of, like, taking things in. It's like all I do is the NFL, so that's why I know a lot about the NFL, so.
Right.
Oh, man. Well, this is a nice, long, rambling episode.
It is, man.
Hey, no, it's we always have different energy at night.
Yeah.
We're night people. Doing these midday shows, it's nice for the schedule, but I don't know if it's enjoyable to listen to.